Good morning, drummers. It's been a while. All right. I didn't really sleep too good, so I was trying to catch up on that, and it honestly took a lot longer than I thought. So this little one who's off the camera is kind of walking around at night and has little sharp nails, and so I just heard her little pitter patter, and it kept waking me up. So thanks, Minnie. I appreciate that. Let me turn this down because the gain's a little bit too high. There we go. Fixed right there. So, we're going to be chopping out this morning. So, I'm going to be playing with some of the free exercises right here on my website, jaredleary.com/drum. And I'm just going to get my hands back in the groove of things because it's been a little too long since I drummed. So, we're going to warm up. And we're going to warm up with one of my favorites. So, I'm going to skip past all this stuff and I'm going to go straight to the technique exercises and do stick control variations. We're going to do advanced stick control with filler. Do you hear her pitter patter? Yeah, your feet. So we've got hardwood floors in this new location. Like our previous place had carpet, and so hear all of her little pitter patters. And so put blankets down to try and prevent her from pitter pattering, and that helps. But ooh-wee. Still waking up. All right. So if you go into the timestamp of any one of these descriptions, you can actually jump to a BPM. So let's just go ahead and start off at 90, and then I'll go up by 5s. We'll do this to warm up. Get our hands going. We'll see how this goes, folks. It's been a while. Let's go up a 5. Pad a little bit. Looked like it was going to kind of fall off the edge. That'd be bad. Especially if Minnie was under it. She'd just run away. No, don't crush me. All right, my hands, don't feel great. But hey, we're just warming up, and then we're going to stretch and massage. Let's go to the triple digits. 100. And we go there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do that. And then that. you. My left hand in particular is just like feeling really off today. But I mean, hey, it's been a few days. That's what happens when you don't drum for a few days straight. You gotta get re-warmed up. Late. Let's do 110, and then I'm going to stretch and massage. Let's scroll down to the 110. Good tea. I forgot the pattern I was playing there at the very end. All right, oops, wrong one. This one. So we're gonna stretch and massage now. It's been a while, so I need to really relax this. Hold your sticks like this. Underhand grip. Pull up, you pull up, and you push back out. It's weird looking, but oh yeah, it's a good stretch. First drum teacher taught this one to me. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Ironically, I ended up teaching his kids. So I taught elementary general music and band. This was many years ago, before I got into computer science education and whatnot. And interestingly, this was on the other part of where I live, 45 minutes away. And it just so happened that he and his family lived in that area, so his kids went to that school. So I taught his kids how to make music after he taught me how to make music. It's pretty cool. If you're doing traditional, by the way, hold it this way, then hold it this way. I'm not doing that anymore, so I'm not going to do that. Now we're going to stretch the underside. So you stretch your under here. So you can do this on your pad like this. You can do that one at a time like this, or you can do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper your stretch. Now I'm going to do this on the wall. Good morning, fireman. And don't put all your weight on this. You don't want to pull anything. So we just hold it here. Oh, yeah. It's been too long. What am I playing? Music. So I was just warming up with this one. It's called Advanced Stick Control with Filler, which is found on my website, which is linked at the top of the screen. But I'm just warming up and stretching now. So now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. So you can do it one at a time. You can do this on the pad. You can do this on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Oh, yeah. Again, don't put all your weight into it. And now we're going to do this. Drumming. So most of the stuff I'll be doing is rudimental, so drumline stuff. doing thumbs here, stretching one at a time. So this is just me kind of practicing live, just showing how I practice. And it's actually been a few days because I didn't sleep well, so I haven't drummed in a few days. But my background, I've got a bachelor's, master's, and PhD in music education, and my primary instrument is percussion. So I've been playing drums for well over 20 years, but I still got a lot of stuff to work on. So in these streams, I like to share like what I'm working on, how I work on it, etc. So then I share little excerpts of it on social media, so that way people can get some tips on how to improve their own drumming. But then the stuff that I was playing along to, which is on my website, jaredleary.com/drum, there's over 1,400 hours of free play-along drumming content. So for drum kit, for drumline, for just chops and technique, etc. All right, we're going to massage. So we're massaging the top side with the thumb, and then the underside with the fingers underneath. Fireman, do you also play? I guess I should say that broadly, not necessarily just drums, but music. Guitar and piano, nice. I never learned guitar. My wife knows it. She's also a percussionist, but piano, I could plunk along at the elementary school level. Never really was into melodic instruments. Hi, Minnie. Joined by my dog. Hi. Good morning. She's just kind of hanging out. You goofy. All right, well. Peru, that's cool. I've never been down south that far. Furthest I've gone, let's see, Mexico, different parts up and down the coast, the west coast. But yeah, furthest west I've gone, or east technically, if you want to describe it that way, is Mongolia. I was there this summer. And then been to Europe. Haven't been to Africa. Haven't been to other places outside of Mongolia in Asia. I'm in Arizona in the United States. Massaging the hands now, just kind of loosening them up. Arizona, where it's nice and hot in the summers. Now massaging from base to tip of the fingers a couple times is really helpful. I do. So, like, I do like salsa. I do like bayon. I do like bossa nova. These are all like things that I'll play on like the drum kit and whatnot. Let's see, what are some other ones that I like? Latin jazz is interesting. Not as fun as just pure like Latin music. I don't know if it actually shows you. It allows you to share a link on here. I think it's disabled. But I can go back and look at it after the stream if it's not going through. If you just put the name on it, then I can look at it at another time. Ooh, yeah. This is a well-needed stretch. Sweet. All right. Let's play Advanced Stick Control with Filler, but this time we're going to go to 115. And we're going to intentionally try and just chop out this morning. So I'm going to go faster than I should. And faster than it's going to sound good. It'll be fun. Stay tuned, folks. So this is a fun one because it fills in whatever the sticking pattern is. So if you're playing, and then you fill it in with, so your right hand doesn't change at all. All you're doing is adding in some left, etc. So highly recommend this one. Great way to work on your hand speed. Speaking of, let's speed it up. Oh yeah. Doses, haven't heard of them. Peruvian rock. I don't think I've heard Peruvian rock. That sounds cool. Whoops. I slurred that out a wee bit. Whoopsies. All right, we're going to try 125. This is probably going to be my breaking point this morning, and then I'm going to play something different. We got hundreds of play-alongs to choose from. That tea is wonderful. Rough, but hey, I had fun with it, so I'm just trying to chop out this morning. So there's a few more stick control variations that you can check out, which are found on my website, jaredleary.com/drum. By the way, if you're ever curious what sticks and pads and all that fun stuff that I'm using, like these are extra heavy sticks. They're called Hardeman hammers. If you go to Gear I Use, or up here to Gear I Use, and then you can just jump to the percussion stuff and see exactly, well, what kind of drum pads is Jared using? What kind of like drumsticks, etc. So these are great for practicing. They are extra heavy and they are double taped, so highly recommend. Thank you. I practice, or at least I try to. Haven't in the last 5 days, but we're gonna do some diddles. So we're gonna go to here, 16th note diddle variations. I'm gonna do a rodeo, which is a variation on gallop, and we're going to play this faster than we probably should. Show more, and let's start at 120. And then we'll go up to a breaking point. Maybe it'll be 160. Who knows? Probably not. Let's try 130. Minnie, is your mom awake? She like went to the door, all excited. Yay! Minnie's a little dachshund, little wiener dog. Long-haired one. She's cute. Happiest dog ever. Ah! No. Bad, Jared. Let's try that again. morning! Oh no! Whew! That's fast. Kululong. How you doing this morning? By the way, I am multi-streaming, so you'll see me talking to multiple chats. Let's see. That was 130. 135? What do I do for a living? This. I create content for my website. I used to be a director of education and research at a nonprofit for several years. So I collaborated on NSF grants, like $1 million grants, and would kind of like advise or engage in the research side of things. And then I created content for that computer science nonprofit. So I created like the curriculum that the students and teachers would use, that was used by a few 100,000 students around the world, and then tens of thousands of teachers. And then made that company several $1 million with that. And then I went, instead of making this company several $1 million, perhaps I could make myself even a tenth of that. So I left in December. And so now I create content full time. So now I'm doing drumming, gaming, and computer science education content. No! I keep screwing up this first line. I don't know why. All right, 150. Kulong, what do you do for a living? I should return the question. It will be. So at the moment, we're in a financial place because I made good money previously that we don't have any debt, so don't have to worry about that. But we can just live off my wife's salary, who's a therapist. So I can focus on creating content that's enjoyable and that I want to create. And it'll slowly keep making more and more money. Oh no! Yikes! I screwed up. I slowed down on the long roll. Okay, so since we're close to the ending, woo! That was loud. Thanks for the sub. Omnipotent. Interesting. Haven't seen that word in a while. I appreciate you. College student. Nothing wrong with that. That was bad. Oh, college. I was in it for a very long time. Doctorates take a while. Information technology. Nice. Yeah, all of my degrees are actually in music education. So, like, even though I'm a researcher that did computer science education research, my PhD is in music education. So I only took two classes that had to do with computer science, and then I've been teaching it now for over a decade. So there's a lot that you can learn with information technology and computer science, etc., that you don't actually need to go to school for. Here we go. Let's try this. No. Oh, wow. Definitely too fast. But hey, that was a fun one. So again, anyone who's joining, all these are the exercises on my website. There's over 1,400 hours of free drumming content on here. All right, so that was fun. We did some some technique stuff rather, chopping out with these. But now I want to do some grid variations. I had some fun the other day with doing like the 1-2-4 accent patterns of grid. There's over 300 of them for 16th note, and there's over 200 for triplet. Let's see. Yeah, JavaScript is a very resourceful and adaptable language. It is used primarily like as the like kind of web development language. So that's a great language to learn. It's not necessarily syntax easy. It's not as like painful as like C++ is, which is like a nightmare to work through, but JavaScript is very robust. Once you learn JavaScript, it's much easier to go to like a higher level language like Ruby or something, or you could even transition into something that's a lower level like C or C++. But yeah, in general, I'm not a fan of the lower level languages. They just are cumbersome. Too much syntax. Did you remember to put the like curly brace with the little like? Yeah, no, we don't need that anymore. Let's see. I want to warm up, or rather chop out with. Let's do Flam 5s, sure. And we're gonna do Flam 5s on accents, and we're gonna do it with the 1-2-4 variation. This one's kind of a fun one. Oh, that's quick. Show me more. Let's go to 1-1-5. 1-1-5. Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool program tutorials on C++. On YouTube in particular. There's a guy, the new Boston, Bucky. He goes over a lot of languages. Ah! Yeah, let me show you. So this channel right here.
What up, y'all? Just want to make...
I hope I don't get copyright struck for that. Apologies, Bucky. Okay, so this channel, the new Boston, I highly recommend if you want to get into different languages. So if you go to the playlist, like, I believe he's got multiple stuff for JavaScript. Yeah, so check out all of his content. Highly, highly recommend. I learned Swift with Bucky, and I was starting to relearn C++, but then I was like, I don't really need this. I forget if I learned Java through him, as well as just like other people. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're using the slow, fast, slow. That is such a helpful little practice tool. I love to use that one. I use it on most streams when I'm not just like chopping out and whatnot. It's a good way to just refine technique. There's also the fast, slow, fast variation, which is another, it's like the opposite of it. It's another good way to work up something. Very welcome. Where's my mouse? There it is. It's like hiding. Stealth mode activated. 125. This is probably going to be the fall apart point. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to find out. Today's episode of Jared Hasn't Drummed in a Few Days. Another recommendation that I give, by the way, is Rob Percival. What is he, Udemy? Yeah, this guy. Rob Percival. He's taught a couple of students, I'd say. I highly recommend his content as well. He's very good as an educator. And I do say that as somebody who is very particular with educators, since that is my background. He and Bucky are good at explaining things and whatnot. So I took his Xcode class, I think. And I think his, maybe his Java course as well. I forget. I modded the game Minecraft, and that's how I proposed to my wife, which actually you can find on my website. If we go here, game. Proposing through Minecraft mod, so it shows like the mod that I made. But in order to do that, I had to learn Java and whatnot. So I learned it by watching somebody who was, actually he was a high school student at the time and then went into college for computer science. And he was actually pretty good at teaching. Was marching band a big part of my life? Yes, it was. I actually have on my arm tattoo of the drum corps that I marched in for a few years. My hands are too tight. Yeah, so marching band was my life. So I did this drum corps for 5 years. And then in the 5th year, in the summer, I was driving home from rehearsal and ran into a truck. The truck ran a red light. So he just went straight through it, and I just ran straight into him. I flipped him upside down. My car caught on fire while I was in it. And I hit my knee on the dashboard, even though I had a seatbelt on and whatnot. I didn't have time to brake because all of a sudden, hey, there's a truck right in front of me who's running a red light. Shouldn't have done that. So I couldn't really finish off that season without like being in severe pain. And then after that, I couldn't march my last 2 years. So I would have had 7 years in drum corps if it wasn't for that dude. So I only got 5 in. So that was kind of like a big moment for me where I realized like my ability as a performer could go away at any moment. And so I shifted over from a focus on performing to a focus on education, which is like why all 3 of my degrees are music education instead of like percussion performance. But yeah, so it was an unfortunate moment, but to go with the theme of this tattoo of when it starts to rain, learn how to play in the rain, I became a better teacher because of it. Okay. That was a fun one. Yeah, I mean, it was no fun, believe me, when it was like my age out year, like when I should have been marching and like, cause I was like center snare, like I was like really into it. And because I had to watch from the sidelines, like I just broke down in the parking lot, like crying afterwards because it was just like that should have been me out there on the field, but it wasn't. Life, it's difficult sometimes, but I mean I became a much better educator after that because that's what I focus on, and I have no regrets about that. Could help more people. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. I've had a lot of wonderful things in life that I'm very grateful for, and a lot of experiences I would not wish on anybody. But honestly, it helps me to be able to relate to more students, like especially students who are dealing with like depression and suicidality and whatnot. So this is Chut cheese on one. This is a good one. It's a hard one though. My mouse is just hiding from me. Must think I'm a cat. This tea is fantastic. It's just called like Morning Blend. Don't know what's in it. Oh my arms are so sore. I mean, it makes sense. I haven't drummed. I'm rusty. All right, this is for sure gonna be way faster than I should. So I'm stalling a little bit intentionally. I'm gonna lower the heights. Here we go. Almost. Not quite. Cool. That's a fun one. Good way to chop out. I don't know if I want to do more grid variations. There's a few hundred. There's some really cool ones, but honestly, I think I just want to do some chop stuff right now. So I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. And then I'm playing Deathloop this morning. I've actually changed my streaming schedule a bit. So if anyone's interested in it, I've made it so that Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be drum kit. And then Tuesday, Saturday will be drum and like chops and technique. And then Thursday, Sunday will be tenors specifically. I need to work on that, especially since, you know, I march snare. Hey, I appreciate you stopping in, and you are very welcome. But Tuesday, Thursday mornings will be Deathloop. And then Monday, Wednesday, Saturday will be Fortnite in the evenings. So I'm trying to make it more consistent with this because I was doing like a 4-day rotation kind of thing, and it was like a little weird, and it didn't allow me to create as much of the computer science content that I wanted to, and even like the drumming stuff, like the scripted content. So like if you go down to the lessons and whatnot, I've only got one video, and this is from like the old place, like the old setup where it had like the cherry blossom walls. So yeah, I want to create more of these, but I didn't have time for it. So I'm going to be streaming less, but still creating, like, actually even more content. So stay tuned. Let's see. We're going to do some of these. We're going to go backwards this time. So I'm going to end with Blue Devils 99. We're going to start with this one, which is my favorite. And we're going to start at 110. That sounds good. It's a fun one, right? It's a good exercise. It's solid. Approved. Let's go to 120. Whoops! Brain fart. I was thinking about the conversation I was just having with Kululong, which I appreciated. It was a good one. Thank you. Let's try 130. 130. It's going to be a little too fast and furious. Whoopsies. No! If I can't play, I'll just dance, I guess. That's a good exercise. It's fun. My hands are too off today. 1:30 ain't happening. Ooh, the classic. This one has lyrics that I will not be saying. But Jared, what are the lyrics? Google it. I'm sure you'll find somebody who will tell you. I try and keep my streams family friendly. I'm family friendly since, you know, I used to teach elementary school, but people I stream with, not always. Or the games that I play, not always. Oh. Whew, like Deathloop. Be playing it in a little bit. Not family friendly. That's okay. It's a fun one. I love the highlight reels I make. I edit out the swearing, but... Whew, that was rough. That's definitely my breaking point today. Okay. Oh yeah, Slow Predator. This is a good one. I'm gonna skip Stock Drop Shopping Spree. It's just too boring for right now. Let's see. Let's do. I'm feeling Flam 5s this morning. 150. Woo. Let's try 140. We'll start there. It's a lot of 5 strokes. At least on page 2. On page 1, not so much. Slow paradiddle. Paradiddle. Ew. One fitty. Was good. If I do say so myself, I'll take it. You can see the blood in my arms. See that? Like the veins and whatnot, they're engorged. Okay, we're gonna engorge them even more. All the vampires watching right now are like, oh my. Here we go. Perfect. No mistakes were made. It was all intentional. I just didn't want to show off. Well, I found my breaking point. That was a good one. Okay, let's do, foot drag variations. We're gonna do it with the classic Flam drags. Show more. Yeah, sure, we'll just start at 140. We'll go up by 10s. This one I should be able to play faster. Foot drags are a whole lot easier than Flam 5s. They just feel different. Yeah. 150. I'm sliding. Slipping and sliding. My pad keeps like just slowly inching its way down. 160. This one I think might be 180 from my breaking point. We're gonna find out. Today's episode of Jared Plays Things Fast. I just got to a moment where I was like, wait, what is drum? How I hit? And then, just stop playing. There's a pointer error in my memory. Programming joke. My thumb came off the stick. Let's try 180. Gonna lower the heights a little bit. I thought it was going to be. Success. Welcome to today's ASMR stream with Jared O'Leary. We're going to try this now at 185. It's going to crash and burn, folks, and that's okay. We're just here to ASMR. So let's go faster, because we're going to crash and burn. Here we go. 190. 190. Nope. It's interesting that it was the Flam taps that I was just, like, not doing so good on. Not the Flam drags. There are more variations on here. A few more. They're fun. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. I'm not feeling Chicago Book Report, so no, I'm not going to do it. Because this is my stream and do what I want. Blue Devils, 99 shopping spree. Woo, 169, eh? That's quick. Let's start at 140, and this will be the last thing that I play for this morning. Because I got to get ready for a Deathloop stream. Ooh, left hand was late on that. That's not how it's supposed to sound. 150. Each go 0. Thought my stick was falling off all the way. My stick's life flashed before its eyes. 160. This might be the breaking point. Survive. I won't survive this one though. This one is gonna be the breaking point. 170. Almost. Yeah, so my hands are good. If you want to play along with that exercise, jaredoleary.com/drum. There's over 1,400 hours of free drumming content for you and me to use to get better. Over 500 grid variations, bunch of technique, bunch of chop stuff, bunch of drum kit, limb independent stuff. Keep you busy for a while. So check it out. Thank you everybody who stopped by on YouTube and on Twitch or any other platform if you were silent. I appreciate you all. And thank you, Omnipotent, for the sub on YouTube. Doesn't display all the subs unless you show them publicly, so if you subbed as well, I couldn't see it, but I appreciate you as well. I am going to tear this down and get ready for a Deathloop stream, which I did release a first highlight reel. I think that was last week when I released it, question mark, maybe. But if you're curious what I'm going to be streaming next, if you go to Win is my next stream, you can find it here. I'm actually back on that grind again, so it'll be fun. So stay tuned for more. But thank you again, everybody. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.